Page 56, this is a review of the chapter. See what we can understand here. Answers are in the back of the book, but I want to go through this. Let's just make sure we understand what's going on. Number one, they have a bunch of blank lines there. They want you to write in the number of beats each of those things gets in 6/8 time. For instance, the dotted half note, how many beats would that get in 6/8 time? If you're not sure, we'll figure it out. An eighth note gets a beat, quarter note gets 2 beats, a dotted quarter note gets 3 beats, and a dotted half note gets twice of that. That's 6 beats. So the dotted half note's going to get 6 beats. The eighth rest, number 2, it's an eighth rest, and same as an eighth note, except you're quiet, and it gets 1 beat. Number 3, you have a quarter rest with a dot behind it. Remember, any rest can be dotted, so it's a dotted quarter rest. It's the same as a dotted quarter note, except you're quiet, so it gets 3 beats. The eighth note, number 4, is 1 beat. Number 5, the whole rest, remember it's hanging below the line, it's a whole rest, and you can't have more than 6 beats in a measure. So this whole rest, in this case, is going to represent a whole measure, which is 6 beats. Number 6 is a quarter note, that's the same as 2 eighth notes, so that's 2 beats. Number 7 is a quarter rest. That's the same as a 2 eighth rests, right? It's 2 beats. And the last one is a quarter note, which is the same as 3 eighth notes. So that's 3 beats. The next one, add bar lines to complete the measures. In 6/8 time, you have to count across. So you draw a bar line after the dotted quarter note, because you got 3 eighth notes and a dotted quarter note. That's 6 beats. And then you have a quarter note, eighth rest. That's 6 beats. So draw another bar line after the 8th rest. And then the dotted quarter rest is 3 counts. Plus 3 eighth notes, that's 3 counts. So draw another one after the 3 eighth notes. And it works out. The next one down, add 1 note to complete each measure. At the end of the measure. In other words, how many beats are shown? Well, the first one you got a quarter, eighth, quarter, that's 5 counts. So you need 1 more count, so you draw in an eighth note. The next one is a dotted quarter note, that's 3 counts, so you need to add a note that's worth 3 counts, which is a dotted quarter note. Next one is 3 eighth notes and a quarter notes, that's 5 counts. You need 1 more count, so that's an eighth note. And the last one is empty, so what note represents 6 counts, and that's a dotted half note. The next one, add 1 rest to complete each measure. Well, it's the same wing we just did, except instead of notes, you're adding rests. So in the first measure, and it's not at the end of the measure necessarily, it could be anywhere. Here, it's in the middle of the measure. But there's 5 beats in that measure. You need 1 more, so you got to add an 8th rest to complete the measure. The next one is 3 eighth notes, so you add 3 eighth rests on there, or a dotted quarter rest. Either one will do it. They want you to add 1 rest, then it's a dotted quarter rest, because 3 eighth rests is not 1 rest, that's 3 of them. And the next one, there's 2 eighth notes and a quarter note, that's 4 counts. So I need 1 note that's worth 2 counts in 6/8 time, and that's a quarter note. And then the next one is you have 2 eighth notes and a quarter note, that's 4 counts. So add a rest that's worth 2 counts, which is a quarter rest. And the last measure is empty, so what rest equals a whole measure? A whole rest equals a whole measure. You could use a dotted half rest, but there's no point. Just use a whole rest. Match each item with the correct definition of term. So we got 2 lists. One on the left is got A, B, C, D labeled, and the one on the right is numbered. So we're going to put the letter next to whichever one on the right that goes to. So which one on the left means lively? And we scan down there and we see C is vivo. Close enough, lively. Number 2 is minor. What equals minor? Well, we look around and you see F is a small m. That's minor. That's how they do it. Capital M for major, little m for minor. Close enough. Number 3, key of G major or E minor. What key signature has that? And it's 1 sharp. So you look down and it's H, showing H. Number 4, major. Well, that's the capital M because we already had the little m. Number 5, walking tempo. That's sort of like they say andante. To me, walking tempo is more of a moderato, and andante is a leisure stroll. It's a matter of opinion. There's no set value, but here I think they want G. Andante as a walking tempo. I think that's a little fast, but okay. Number 6, upbeat. Which one shows an upbeat? And this would be B, because they have the little diced box around the pickup note. That's an upbeat. I don't use the term upbeat. I just say it's a pickup note, because upbeat could mean something else. Number 7, lightly. Which one is lightly? And that would be D, letter D. Leggero is lightly. Number 8, the same as, and that would be simile. Simile, J, the last one. Number 9 is waltz bass. Which one is, well, they've showed it. It's E. It's where the bass of chuck, 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 chuck. Yeah, what they're calling a waltz bass. I don't know that everyone calls it a waltz bass, but they're doing it here. Okay. Number 10, fast but not too fast. Well, that's your allegro non troppo, remember? Fast but not too much. Beethoven used this a lot. No. Page 57, they want you to write the F major scale, up and down for treble clef and bass clef, and then do the primary chords. Well, remember F major has one flat. So you're going to write whole notes all the way up F to F, except when you get to the B, you're going to put a flat sign in front of it, because it's a B flat. Then the chords, the 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, they say in root position. So you're going to do the F chord in each clef, and then the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, here, B flat, D, F, yeah, and then the 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the C chord. So those are the primary chords for F major. In the key of F major, you write the signature. Well, it's one flat. So it's a B flat, and it goes on the middle line, because that's where the B's are. It goes there. The tonic note is F for F major. The tonic note is step 1 of the scale. The subdominant note, remember tonic, subdominant, dominant, 1, 4, and 5. Subdominant is the 4, and in F, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a B flat. And then the dominant note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a C. Then they have, number 3, root of tonic chord 1 is. Well, the tonic chord is the 1 chord, is it? And the root of that, the root note, or the root of it is the bottom note, which is a C. But we're in the key of F, so it's an F. Depends on which key you're in. We're in the key of F here. Then the subdominant chord and the 7th chord. What is the root? What's the bottom note in root position? So the subdominant, 1, 2, 3, 4, here, the subdominant chord is the B flat chord, so the root is B flat. And the dominant chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's a C chord, and its root is C. So the dominant root is C. Number 4, the 1, the 4, and the 5 chords are major or minor in F major. Well, check them out. A major third and a minor third is a major chord. Well, I'll just tell you, the 1, 4, and the 5 chords in any major key are all major chords. But you can also look at the intervals, the thirds, major, minor. Here it's major, minor, and here it's major, minor. They're all major. It's just easier, actually, if you just remember in a major key, the primary chords are all major. But it's nice to be able to figure them out. They want you to write the D harmonic minor scale. Well, it's like we did with the F. D harmonic minor have 1 flat. So you just go D to D and add a B flat where it comes. But harmonic minor has the C sharp. Remember the 7th step is up? That's the C. So you got to do a B flat and a C sharp both. Then the chords, you do the chords. Let me know if you have questions. Then the last one, in D minor. The key signature for D minor is a B. So the middle line, you put in a flat sign. It looks the same as F major. The tonic note in D minor is a D, the first note. The subdominant note or the 4th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be a G. And the dominant note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be an A. And then the tonic, or the root of the tonic chord, are you doing the chords? That's the bottom note of the chord. You do those. Let me know if you have questions. Number 4, the 1 and 4 chords are major, minor, whichever. Well, the 1 chord is a minor chord. You have minor third, and the 1 chord of a minor scale is minor. The 4 chord is minor, and the 5 chord is minor. They're all minor. Imagine that. The primary chords of a minor scale are all minor. And the last one, 5 chord is major or minor. We already did that. It's minor. Take my word for it. It's minor. If you have any questions, let me know.